Thank you so much for joining me today and taking some time just to talk about how Unplug to Connect really helped you. So before we get started into the bulk of the questions, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, your name, where you're from, and how old your child is.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Tash-Marie. I'm from Jamaica and my child is 4 years old.
Thank you. So tell us a little bit about where you were before the program started. Like, what were you looking for? What were your concerns for your daughter, and just where you guys were prior to the start of the program?
Okay, sure. Prior to starting Unplug to Connect, um, I was a mom that was frustrated. I was wondering if my child was autistic. I ended up getting her screened for autism. There was speech delays with her. She had a lot of meltdowns. She threw a lot of tantrum. And I felt like she wasn't at the place where she should have been in terms of her speech in comparison to other kids that were her age. So I was concerned. I needed to get help. I wanted to get help immediately. And then it was actually somebody who sent me a DM on Instagram um about a speech pathologist, and it ended up being D. And then I went to her workshop, and then I eventually joined the program. So that's how I started Unplug to Connect.
Great,
Um,
thank you.
but wait, I was saying, like, after the program, it changed my life a lot. I can safely say that my daughter no longer throws tantrums. Well, she'll have meltdown, but where I'm coming from is not the same.
Mhm.
Her speech has developed so much. It got to the place where we call it wins. Um, where she came third in her class. So I was coming from a place where my child was being told that she's autistic, to a child now speaking,
Mhm.
now socializing, more interactive. She's happier.
On the honor
Um,
roll.
she's on the honor roll. She made the principal's list. She came third in her class.
Yes.
Um, she's so much more expressive, and it wasn't about my child only. It did a lot for me as a parent. I learned about myself.
Mhm.
Um, One of the biggest takeaway for me from the program was that it doesn't matter how much others will tell you what to do or guide you, but you have to be a parent that's ready and willing to commit and to go for it with your child. So that's what I learned a lot. And
Yes.
that's how this program have shaped me to look at my parenting techniques and how I interact with my child. Um,
That's
it was just
great.
an amazing experience.
That is awesome. So glad to hear that. So, speaking of the program, then, and those wins and those takeaways, what would you say was the best part of the program? Because, it was a 3-month program and we had broken it up into 3 different phases. And so, what was your favorite part of the program?
To be honest, my favorite part was interacting with the other moms. Just to hear everybody win. Weekly would come and we'd share our successes. That was one of the biggest takeaway for me. Just thinking about what did I do right this week? What am I gonna share with the group? That was good for me, and also one of the biggest takeaway is what I learned and my parenting technique. I mean, the when we had our coaching sessions, which was the one-on-one sessions, it wasn't just about the class and what you were teaching. You were always open and willing to assist me with other things that I was experiencing, I was struggling with as a parent. And for me, that was awesome because you didn't have to do that,
Yeah.
and you made yourself available, and you gave me tips that um are very successful in terms of my parenting now. So that was it for me. Who you are as a person.
Oh, thank you for that. And I'm glad you mentioned that because I think it's really good for people to hear too that those one-on-one coaching calls that we do, that is your private time with me. And because I really want to help and I'm really passionate about what I do, it's I don't pigeonhole you into just one thing that we're going to talk about. That is totally open to whatever we can talk about, however I can help. And those have been really great for me too because I get to learn more about you guys and get to learn how I can help you even more. So it really helps me too. I enjoy them just as much as you guys do. So thanks for sharing that. So if someone was on the fence about joining Unplug to Connect and they're not sure, they're thinking, wow, this is a big investment. I think I'll just watch YouTube videos or search the internet and try to figure this out. And they were really on the fence. What would you tell them to get off the fence?
Um, to be honest, I was a parent on the fence just like them.
You were, yeah. We
Yes,
had a couple of conversations.
right. We had a couple conversations. I didn't even start the class with the group immediately. That's how hesitant I was, and I had other challenges in terms of joining right away. For me, I would say join. And here's why. Yes, it is an investment, but look at what the return on your investment in terms of what you get from the program. It's something that will linger with you for a lifetime once you apply yourself to whatever is being taught to you. For me, I looked at it like this course, it doesn't interact with my child. How is it that my child is going to learn to develop language and you're not going to talk to my child? But it wasn't like that. um she gave me all the tools that I needed to interact with my child and to see results. Um, the sessions were very interactive. I could see that you put a lot into researching. She's very knowledgeable of whatever she's teaching. So with all of that, I honestly think that go for it. Don't just get your child the help. Um, it's not about YouTube videos. YouTube videos will not give you the opportunity to have one-on-one sessions. It won't say that, hey, I'm struggling with this. How do you help me maneuver from this situation? You won't get that from YouTube. And
Right.
so the class will help you with all of that. You won't get the interaction with other parents that are going through similar things or hear other people's story. You won't get that from YouTube. So the interaction, the education that is placed inside of the course, it's all worth it. As I said before, it's something that will linger with you for a lifetime. The material is yours. You can always go back and review, and D is right there for you. So I would tell anybody, yes, it is an investment, but you can talk to D. You can work as a payment plan or something. She's flexible. So, I mean, go for it. You won't regret it.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.